Good afternoon, ladies. Let me just see if we're online. Yes, we are. Just waiting to see if anybody's going to pop on. Hi, Julie. You're early bird. Let's see if anybody else is going to come on. I think Robin is also awake, so she might pop on. We'll have to just see. Yeah, before I get started. Let's see if there's a few more coming on board. I hope you're resting and playing. Hi, Kim. Let's just see if anybody else comes on. Oh. This week's project is quite simple. There's nothing too over the top. Let's just see if there's any more people coming on. I'll give it 2 more minutes. It's boiling hot this side again. I could do with... Hi, Kim. The other Kim. I could do with some coolness, but it is absolutely boiling here. 1 minute I'm hot and the next minute I'm cold. So I can't seem to make up my mind what I'm doing. Oh, you must give my little honey bunch a hug before he goes to school, Kim. Oh dear. Yeah, it's ages. So I think it's about three minutes ago, Kim. Rolandi. Should I see if anybody else comes on before we go? It doesn't look like it. Well, they're all still in bed, probably. So they'll probably watch the replay. Okay, I'm going to get started. It's nothing, like I say, it's nothing fancy. It's quite easy and simple. We're going to make a pocket belly band with envelopes. So I'm going to measure my paper at 4.5. I'm going to just take about 1/4 off, roughly, just so that it fits on our A4 half-size page.
100% charged.
She's busy at it again. I'm just going to fold it. I'm not going to score it. I haven't done a very wide belly band. This is going to work on my nerves. I must take that little bit off because it's not exactly 100% right there. Okay, I'm going to just cover it, and then before I bring that in, just let me measure. Oh, let me take this piece. I like this piece better. This is just on, well, it's 2 inches. It's 2 inches, and I've taken off. Oh. I can't see the mark that I've actually used to take off. Oh, okay. And I'm going to take off another 1/4 inch. So now it's dead on 2 inches wide. It's just so that it gives me a nice border around the edge. There we are. And then I'm going to make mini envelopes to go on top of it. So I want my mini envelopes to be 3 inches square. So I'm literally using all my scraps from the previous projects. Let me check if this is 3. Just make it. Here we are. That's 2. And 3. Let me make sure I want to get another 4th one out. I'm going to just do 3. I meant to tell you the piece that I cut off on the A4, the white piece. Just put it aside because we're going to use it. I'm just going to do my envelopes. So it's 3 5/8. Let's go 4 1/4 first. Let's go 4 1/4 first. I am not doing it the way it's supposed to be done. I've worked my own thing out and I prefer to work with it because that line is actually the score line that you're supposed to use. I since found out, but no, I prefer my own method. So that gives me 1. So I'm scoring it 4 1/4, rotating right round, 4 1/4, and then I'm rotating and I'm doing 3 5/8. That's 4 1/4 again. Rotate right round, 4 1/4, and 3 5/8. 4 1/4. And 3 5/8. Okay, that's the envelope finished with. I just want to get my little nippers out. I'm just going to nip all these corners. I like the shape of this envelope, that's why I've done my own thing with that board. Next week I'm going to show you the different envelope boards, because we're going to be doing a envelope lined with a journal card. So I have 3 different envelope makers, so I'm going to try and show you all of them. There we are. Almost done. There we are. Just going to round the tops, and then we can go ahead and glue. This is not going to be a hugely long video, so like I say, it's just quick and easy, something to pop in your book, your journal. Okay, burnish them nicely. And I bring my Old Faithful in. He holds everything in place for me. I don't know what I would do without that. Good old-fashioned paperweight. Looks like we've got a lot of people that are still in bed. I'm just cutting these little bits that are irritating me. Okay, while these are busy drying, I'm going to pop over to the white paper, well, card that we cut off from the original. So I'll leave those to dry. Just want to pop that glue in. I'm going to glue this along here. Glue. And a little bit that side. Just make sure that it sits nicely. Okay, I think we can get all this out the way. Okay, this one, I'm going to just cut it about a ½ an inch off, give and take. It's just so that it fits nicely into my I'm going to sort of do roughly there. I'm going to bring in my little tool. And let's go right there. Yeah. And then we'll take it over. And we'll just gauge it. Give it a nice. If you want the size of this, this is roughly about 6.5 by about roughly 4.5. It's not exact, but it's near enough. This piece is going to worry me, sorry. I have to just nip it out. It's the little things that work on my nerves. And I'm going to round the corners nicely. So it's a nice little folio that I'm going to pop into the pocket. I want to just cover it, so we're going to go roughly, like I say, these don't have to be exact. You can just play around with the sizes, but I can give you the rough size. So that's just on 6 by about 3.5 is this piece. Check that it fits nicely. Should we round? Should we not? Okay, let's round. I'm not going to round the bottom. Obviously people are going to be inking it up. I'm not inking it because, as you know, I didn't start inking in the beginning, so I'm not going to do it halfway. Okay, so we about 6 3/4, Julie, by roughly 4.5 is the folio. Then on top of this folio, I've decided that I want to do a 6 by 6 envelope. So we're just going to whip that up quickly. I'm going to bring the other envelope maker out, and I'm going to score at 2 1/4. So this envelope is 6 by 6. So I can pop that away because I'm finished with it. I'm going to burnish these nicely again. I'm not too worried that it's popping over the top a little bit, because I'm actually going to round that. No, let me cut instead. So we'll just gauge it about there. It also just gives it another look. Just make sure that's nicely glued. And I'm going to just round the top of that. Fits perfectly. Okay. So now we'll get back to our other envelopes. Just popping that one away. Okay, so there is our belly band. I'm now just going to pop the little envelopes onto the front, and then you can have little note cards or little bits and bobs on there. I think what I'm going to do before I start, okay, I'm going to just grab this piece of lace here. Oh my word, what's happening here? It's pulling out. I just want a bit of lace, just to cut the color a little bit. So we'll do it roughly there. So this needs to just be under 8 1/4 inch, because your page is 8 1/4, so you just want it a little bit smaller. Just give that a second. Let me get out my lace scissors, because I have a scissors for this and a scissors for that. So there we are. And I think now I'm going to pop a bit of it. We're just going to quickly measure it. It's when you decide at the last minute to get some pearls. I've just cut the bits and bobs off here that I had. Sorry about that. And that's fine for me. So I'll pop that into the other storage bin. We might be sitting with a bit of a problem, because they won't stick. Bad idea. You've got two options here. I'm going to leave the top open so that you could stick a little envelope or something, or tag I should say, at the back of that. So I'm going to work from the top to the bottom. So that way, this way. I'm going to take it there. I'm now going to, I'm leaving myself the option in case I want to stick a little something in there. just a bit late, but that should do. I actually wanted to go in a different direction, but I didn't work it out. So let's do it like that. I'm going to obviously put a little bit of oh, I'm just lost my train of thought of what it's called. Oh, it's the little circles just to keep them closed, the envelopes closed. I think I'm going to use this here instead. No, that's not good. Let's go the other way. So we'll do that at the top. Catch it off there. Velcro dots. Eventually got it to it. Why I rounded the corners, I actually don't know now. But that just shows you how you change your mind as you go along. Oh my word, which side is it now? Don't tell me I glued the whole thing closed. Oh dear, what have I done? No, there we are. I thought I couldn't be so silly. And then there's your little folio that goes in, or your file folder, and then you've got your page, and it goes on top of your page. And then if you do the gluing at the top and the bottom, you will still have space for something else underneath. Ladies, that is all. Like I said to you, it was very plain and simple. Thank you for joining me, and I hope it was helpful towards your journals. Thank you. See you later. Bye-bye.